So before I joined the program, I felt like I was going places in life. I had the personality, the intelligence, and the talent to do anything I wanted. I had every trait that you could ask for, but for my whole life, I just kept on falling depressingly short of my potential, and it felt like I was wasting what I had, and I was beyond frustrated. I knew that I could do anything I wanted. I was just missing something, like one thing that could change everything for me. I just couldn't put my finger on it, and it drove me absolutely crazy. And it caused me so much stress and anxiety, and it contributed significantly to an episode of depression I had about a year ago. And since then, I was desperate to find out what it was that I was missing and trying to fix my life and my habits. And that's when I found your channel and inevitably the program as well. And I was going through uni while I went through your program. So I had this course to go alongside my studies. And it was quite funny how similar it was and how similar it felt. It was like this constant in the world, just like the finance and economics I was learning at uni was. And in the sense that the content, once learned and practiced, could be easily applied in a scientific way, just like a financial formula or an economic model. It was like so simple and crisp, it just felt like it had to work. And because it's not like some miracle, mystical characteristic that you either have or you don't have. It was a skill like anything. It was a habit like anything. Just like, it had to be like practiced and trained, just like playing the guitar or riding a bike or anything like that. And it made me feel inspired because there was this skill that I so desperately desired, like more than anything in the world. Like, I would often say to myself, like, I wish I was more disciplined, or I wish I could just stop procrastinating. I even promised that I would trade in every other talent that I had, everything else I had going for me, if the one thing I got in return was just a bit of discipline. And here's this like crash course just lying there in that skill I so desperately wanted, and more than anything, and it just teaches you how to learn and develop that skill. And it was like wanting to play the guitar, and you just don't know the notes, you just don't know the chords, and then like here's like George Harrison, he wanting to be a teacher. It was like a life sentence. It was just what I needed. So all I had to do was these lessons and practice what I was being taught, and I feel like I would have everything I needed to develop the skill and change my life. And it was finally, after all these years, the one thing I was missing. So I've gone through this program now, and since then, for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm in control of myself and my habits, my urges and desires for procrastination, and the things that cause me procrastination don't control me anymore, but I control it. And for the first time, I feel like I not only can achieve anything I want, but I will achieve anything I want, because that person who I was before the program, he died, he's gone, and this new me, this new Callum is here, and he's the one that's now calling the shots. And I will admit, I only just finished the program, so I'm by no means there yet. I'm not 100% content with where I am at the moment, but I will continue to evolve to my end goal of procrastination, because it's not a switch. It's not a switch of character. You're not either a procrastinator or a non-procrastinator. As Nietzsche tells us, the identities are just a fallacy. We simply just have skills that we develop. And if we were to put it on a spectrum, And at one end of the spectrum, we just cannot stop procrastinating. And at the other end of the spectrum, the other extreme, it's always stops procrastinating, always does what they want. And we're all somewhere in between. I was definitely this side of the spectrum. And to get here, like where you want to go, it's no flick of the switch. It's no silver bullet. It's impossible. You have to incrementally move your way up. There are no shortcuts to the top end of the spectrum. And because this is a skill that's being developed, I know what I'm putting into practice will stick around for good. Even better than other skills, like the time I tried to learn French, or when I wanted to play the saxophone as a kid. Sorry. Or like, yeah, when I tried to learn French or played the saxophone when I was a kid. Because unlike these fleeting fads of skills, they didn't teach me how to pick myself up when I was struggling with a certain aspect, or what to do if I didn't feel like doing it today, because we know how dangerous those mindsets can be when we're standing on the edge of a slippery slope. This program, however, it pulls the roots of procrastination out of the soil and uses your vision, goals and plans to make sure you're constantly working towards your dreams and maintains momentum, unlike anything I've experienced, because it identifies the behaviours that not only makes you more productive, but also makes you procrastinate. So you can begin modifying your life in permanent ways that mitigate and remove the barriers. Oh, stop it, dog. That mitigate and remove the barriers that you'll come across and stop you procrastinating forever. And it's kind of funny how I stumbled across this program. Like one day, while being sickly addicted to YouTube, I was recommended this video just by chance. This small YouTuber with less than 20,000 subscribers. And just by watching these videos for many, many months, I eventually found this course. And over the last few days, I've wondered, many times, I've just wondered, what would I be doing, or what path would my life be on if just by chance I was recommended a different video, or just scroll past, So it's quite funny to think it's almost like fate or something, or it's like destined to do this program. Like it was finally the thing I'd been searching for my whole life. So I just want to say also thank you, Andrew, for the excellent program and your incredible YouTube channel. And thank you for changing my life and helping me achieve what I want to achieve, when I do achieve them, of course. It means everything. So thanks, man.